Okay, so it is 8:35 AD over here. We are playing against AT level AI. Our score is fine, actually. The only person who's ahead of us on score is Saladin, who's been crushing the science the entire game. And I thought he was going to get extincted at some point. Yes, extincted. Extincted is totally a word. Because he had like no army, and Japan and India kept declaring on him over and over again. But he hasn't actually been touched. For some bizarre reason that I can't figure out. You hating? And as such, he's been able to, like, really tick a lot of science in there. I gotta say, though, like, Gilgamesh is crushing the science now, too. His score's not as high, but, you know, who knows where this will lead. Meanwhile, short-term plans for us was to continue to expand our area. We were stopped from being able to fight our way west. Because of the mountain range here. It wasn't going to be really viable to make a nice war. But we are starting to build up our navy a bit. We got 2 caravels that are out exploring. We will be bringing them home soon. We're starting to work on frigates. I really want to get some mass frigate stuff going on here, ASAP, so that we can keep expanding. Now, Agra is working on finishing the Petra for us because the AI is just sweet like that. They're so nice. What is it? Alt in the air keys? What's... Oh, there it is. No, Alt and click and hold to rotate. So India's building the Petra. So we want to be ready to go in not too distant future after the Petra finishes so that we can have it and therefore, you know, satisfy all the people online who want us to see us have the Petra. So I'm going to start bringing some units over this way. Because I don't think we're worried short-term about defending against the Japanese border, and we should be able to respond fairly quickly should something come up. So we're going to start moving you down here. I am a little concerned that Spain might be trying something. They keep moving things near me. I don't know what's up. Oh, that's right. My other units are going over here to clear out some barbarians because we're going to go and settle this island here. Although, it is kind of late in the game to settle because the cost to make frickin' districts goes up so much that this island may never be productive. I'm kind of just doing it because it's a nice island. It would be nice to grab. If we do send a lot of trade routes out from here, this would be a good way to boost the production of this island, so maybe we'll be able to compensate for that. But I think that's about it. Do we have any units buzzing around up north? I don't think so. I think we pulled most back. New Carnifex, I may still want to leave something behind. But, I mean, I don't see anything on this border here. And we do have the encampment and the walls. We might be able to hold out for a little bit. I don't think we're going to need double melee by Agra. 1 melee will be sufficient. I will go ahead and bring a crossbow down for some ranged attacks to go and do that. Because we can take Agra by land, and then we'll probably take... I mean, Chennai might be a little tricky, I don't know. Bangalore's got, you know, a little bit more space here. We can triple bombard it with frigates. If we get 3 frigates here, and then a couple of meleeers, and actually we could fit in 5 frigates for the bombard as well, which is a possibility. But we have to build up for a while before that. No Petra hashtag trigger. No, we're building the Petra by proxy. It's always the best way to do things. Bam. Should do a Stellaris series for the Utopia expansion. I mean, probably I will. I still have a little bit of an issue in that I really do get kind of bored with Stellaris in the mid-game. But hopefully the new expansion will go and change that. So we've got some religious warfare going on with the borders. We don't care. We're going to turn away from... Okay, inspiration here.
Man is a military animal. Glories in gunpowder and loves Peru.
Do we have the possibility to get a great merchant anytime soon? I think we got screwed out of a great merchant we were really interested in by just a couple of turns worth of faith, and now we're quite far away from doing that. I don't think we're going to get the boost from mercantilism, and very importantly, this unlocks triangular trade, which is very nice. I don't think we're planning on using the privateer. And it's one of the things we need to get up to nationalism, which will allow us to build, like, corps and fleets, which will be very, very nice in the following war. That's going to be good. We discovered a source of niter. We actually have niter within our borders. What? How's my government? Do I have... No, I do not have serfdom, or whatever it's called these days, for the bonus uses on my builders. Does I got a builder kicking around? I do have one right over here, actually. So, I think we actually already had a builder heading towards Juna. That actually might be one of these guys. I'm not sure, but we're going to make sure you get there real quick. Now, we only have one source of niter. I believe that means in normal places we won't be able to build a musket, because I suspect we'll need 2, but if we do have the armory, I think that'll be sufficient. We've got the boost for most of these. I think metal casting for the bombard might be a good idea. We might want to build 1 or 2 for taking Agra, or even like Madrid without boats or something like that. I don't know. I think there is, isn't there not a boost for having 2 bombards? I think something gets a boost for having 2. Siege tactics. So it may be worth it. I don't know. What's the culture tech for super horses again? We're working towards that, are we not? Or have we already unlocked it, actually. It was mercenaries over here for the winged hussars. But, I mean, I don't think we're really going to get to live the era of the winged hussars. If these mountains had not been here, it would have been perfect. But as is, I think the next war will be fought primarily with boats, and then after that will be well beyond that era, unfortunately. All right, data link over here. I do not know what you just produced. It says Theater Square, which may or may not be accurate. We might want to go and add more stuff there, because right now we really don't have that much culture production. As we can see, it's lagging quite a bit behind our science. Also, we don't really have slots for some great works, and that might be a good thing to do. We will want some more builders at some point. I think in data link we are going to go ahead and keep going with the amphitheater, because I think it'll turn out that we really, really will want it. The other thing I could do is start pre-building one of these districts to lock in the cost. I think I will... I don't remember when I'm building the campus here as opposed to here. Oh, because there's another mountain here. Okay, I mean, there's a triple mountain here. That's true. Well, I think it'll depend on whatever borders pop first. But I could start pre-building the commercial district over here just to lock in that cost. I don't know. Let's just go ahead with the amphitheater, and that's going to be fine. We've got an envoy to send. I think, very much like to finish Stockholm over here to get the additional campus bonus. Also, we might get close to getting the suzerain bonus. What do we get for the suzerainship of Stockholm? Districts provide great person points of their type. Oh, that's quite nice. I don't think I actually sent it properly, no. Oh, there you go. There's where I can mouse over. Fair enough. Okay, you're working your way over here. We're just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna land 1 crossbow over here. The other one, I won't do that. I will instead bring you over here in preparations for sieging Agra. That's gonna be fine. This caravel, I could go and make sure that things over here go relatively okay. Well, I think they will at this point, so that's fine. I'm going to bring the caravel back in preparation for our potential naval war. Niter just west of Dright Meat Shield. Relhai, which was right over here. Ah, yes! So that'll auto-expand. I'm not going to buy the tile, but yes, thank you for noting that. We'll make sure to get that hooked up in the future. And then hopefully at some point where our borders will expand to the marble as well. Get some more luxuries going on. Do we already have marble? No, we don't actually, so that would be more legitimate happiness. Not even something we have to sell. Sumeri's expanding. More religious warfare over here. Oh no, we're losing Buddhism and gaining Catholicism. Man, who cares? I still have a spare envoy. Oh, do I have one more? Oh, you're right, I do. I think we might get started on Palenque here. More science. Or, derp, I could have used it to displace Stockholm. I probably should have done that. Oh, there's more ship. You know what? Let's just ignore these guys. Who cares? Well, what I should do is check to see who India has on their side. And see if that's something I need to worry about. It doesn't have their flags here, so yeah, I'll have to check it on the other screen. Alright, you pop that for whatever. You are actually done there, so... Oh, there's another goodie hut. Alright, let's go and do that. I'm not worried about the swordmen hitting my crossbows. The fully healthy crossbows, we're going to be fine. Yeah, that archer just finished going here. The archer had been sitting outside of our borders for a while, and we didn't have the money, but now we do. You would like to buy incense for... Yeah, I don't care about the open borders, but can we just do, like, an equal 7? No. But 6? No. 5? 5, you're fine. Fine and some change. $5 gold per turn and 10 flat. I'm going to take it. We don't need the extra incense. You have your special commercial buildings everywhere. We have them in a lot of places. We do have them in a lot of places. University completed over here. That's good. Well, that was a while ago, actually. We've still got the spearmen here, which is great. We can't get the next level walls here, huh? No, because that would be okay. Oh, I think what we have to do is we have to go to barracks and then armory. So we were going to have two places where we're going to be building military units. Well, I mean, we do have one here, too. We do have a an encampment, but I think that was just a defensive encampment. And to steal some tiles in the short term. And I don't think I'm going to necessarily upgrade this one. Certainly, Dry Meat Shield is going to be producing units at some point from this district because it's got the wall advantage, which is really nice. Right, when we get our next Civic, I think we need to change to the settler boost. So new Carnifex over here. Do we go up the military building in preparation for being able to build cores and stuff over here? I think that actually would be quite nice. Alternatively, what I could do is start queuing up a few more builders. No, I'm going to go ahead to barracks. We're going to get that going. I think it's going to be a good investment for the future. You are now done moving. You're definitely going to upgrade to a crossbow over here. Excellent. You can upgrade to a pikeman, so we're going to do that. Lovely. So we do actually have quite a bit of cash. Shoot scout. And yeah, go for the goodie hut. And make your way to there. That's going to be fine. We're going to get our first frigate in 13 turns. It's just an actual frigate, not a frigate fleet, because we don't have that tech yet, but that's all right. The Great Zimbabwe, we're still going to be building over here. We do have to finish this commercial hub first, as is we have many trade routes coming out of Blanc Roux over here to give it a production boost to try to rush the commercial hub, and then it'll rush the Zimbabwe. Actually, it's got to build our market building here first. Ours is called something different, but it's still the market. We've got to get that in place. Then we can get the Great Zimbabwe. As far as I know, the streaming quality should be okay. I'm not dropping any packets. Streaming at my normal rate and everything like that. So if you are on source, it should be sharp, I think. Most people seem to be okay. So we just heard a barbarian encampment spawn somewhere. But that's alright. You're going there. You're going to move up to here. Crossbow's all good. We're just going to set you on alert. India might be cranky about stuff at some point, but I'll just probably ignore them. The thing is, I could probably declare war on them more or less whenever I want. Agra, we should be able to take. Doesn't even have freaking walls. So we should be able to take it relatively easily with just a few crossbows, which are on their way over here. Yeah, you're on your way there too. I suppose I could take this crossbow. Delian doesn't have walls. And if they decide to land here, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Because I don't know what Spain is up to. I think they're trying to position for an attack, but they keep sort of failing to find a good place for it. I think I've got to leave this here, and Blanc Roux is too important to us. We've got to leave a crossbow there as well. This is going to be lightweight, but Agra should just fall. But we do have to make sure that that they finish the Petra first. Top priority. I mean, they're building it for us. It's very sweet of them. We have to make sure they finish. Just realized I am in front of a thingy here, so let me go ahead and do that. Actually, I think that'll cover some of the combat stats, too. I think for Civ we go here, right? Yeah. Ah! Except we lower ourselves by a couple of pixels. There we go. Everyone's trading with everyone. That's fine. Ooh, more niter. I got some XP over here, yeah, which earns us a promotion. Well, that's swell. Yeah, go ahead. More anti-melee stuff. That's going to be fine. We've got the barbarian camp we want to clear, and we've got a couple of settlers being built. We're one turn away from our next Civic, which we will change probably to the settler boosting. I mean, unless we already had that in there, but I don't think so, right? No, we do not. Settle 2 cities on that island so you can live when Japan or India make war with you. Are you worried? I'll have to retreat over here. There's actually room for 3 great cities, I think, but I think we're only building 2 settlers right now, which I think is going to be more than sufficient. Okay. No mountains over here, so it's not going to be a really good spot for campuses. But certainly we will be building a couple of commercial hubs and a couple of harbors over there, like, or 3 if we get with 3 cities, which will give us a ton more trade routes, which is going to be very good, because that's sort of our power. Our trade routes get extra value because of our unique building. We get more gold or more production from it, depending on if it's international or domestic trade routes. And that's very nice. Can't you ask Gandhi nicely to give you their
And
seat? Well, I
first
could try.
Epicurus makes a great and massive shield, and he forged on the shield.
All right, metal casting, mercantilism, same turn. We are going to change our policies. I think I'm just going to go to traveling merchants for a little bit. And put in... Oh, we've got triangular trade now. Right. Oh, so good. We need to run that. I don't think I can give up meritocracy and natural philosophy, though. I wonder if we can just eat the extra gold and not run conscription for a while. I still want the great scientist points. Because, yeah, I'm thinking colonization, and then after that, replace it with serfdom. Well, let's do it for now. We'll see what our cost is, and we'll decide. The thing is, triangular trade will make us so much goddamn money that it might get us ahead, even without running conscription, because we do have 7 trade routes. Now, we already had... I think we had the +2 gold from trade routes, but still, this is going to give us an extra 14 gold, which, you know what, we don't have that many units. At only a 1 gold discount, this is probably going to move us up in the world. We're making more money than before. Brilliant. Excellent. Okay. We could unlock field cannons, which are sick powerful. Interestingly enough, the boost for this is to have 2 forts in our territory, and forts do let us steal territory. I'm actually wondering if we should just do some of that. I don't know where we'd build the fort. We could build one, say, right here. No, sorry, that's a commercial zone, so we can't really. We could temporarily put one here on top of the mine, steal the territory. Just 1 tile, sure, but it would count as a fort, and then we would... I mean, we can always trash them later. I don't know. Put a fort here, steal a bunch of territory from Stockholm. Or I could just research it as is, and field cannons are sick good. We could also short-term research, you know, castles, mass production. Oh god, the Venetian arsenal is so good. Must be built on a coast tile that's adjacent to an industrial zone district. So we need an industrial zone that's on the coast. I don't know if we have any of those. We haven't really been planning for it. It's not to say that we couldn't, though. Like, we could just put an industrial zone, say, here. Maybe not there. Here. And then build the Venetian arsenal here or something like that. That's a possibility. We could build Oxford as well. Must be built on a grassland or plains adjacent to a campus district with a university. That's fine, because we can build it, say, right here. Have the Enlightenment Civic, which we're not heading towards at this time. Oh, right here. No, we're not that far away. Well, I'm not going to start. I might half research it. But I'm wondering about full researching ballistics before we start the war. I think we're just going to hard research ballistics and not mess around with forts. Well, I say that. After we take territory from India here, it might be worth building some forts over here. That's an idea. You know what? I'm going to go and half research scientific theory. The idea is we take land from India without the field cannons, and then we build some forts afterwards, perhaps. Yeah, I don't want to go into the water. So, just go here for now. So that's coming along, that's coming along. We've got the 50% boost now, which is good. You're still building the Fragate over here. After the workshop is done, I believe this place is also going to work on a frigate. You can build the Venetian arsenal on your lake. Still spits out double ships. But doesn't that only affect the city where you build the Venetian arsenal? So they'd be coming out on the lake? It actually says you just get 2 ships each time you train a naval unit. Is this global, or is this only in the city where it gets built? One of you must know. Because if it is global, it becomes possible for us to build a Venetian arsenal on the lake and not have it be dumb. But we'd have to be pretty damn sure of it. You're going to mine the Niter, giving us a boost towards rifle. And that's the end of your move, so we're going to get you to move over here to the gypsum. It's global. Only in the city. All the time. Only in the city. Twitch chat! Scythia. See, I don't want... See, people are just spewing opinions or what they think. What I need is a link that specifically points to... This is where it tells you exactly how it works. Maybe it explains on the wiki or something like that. But that's what we need. Because otherwise, I don't know who to trust. This is why sometimes people are like, why don't you listen to Twitch chat more? Because I don't know which part of Twitch chat is right. Do not ask Twitch chat for advice, for they will tell you both yes and no. So, I think I was planning on building a frigate here. Even though, you know, because, yeah, I need to start the wars if we're going to stop the AI from being able to take advantage of this massive production and science boost on Deity from getting ahead. We've got to go and kick some butt. So I've got to do that. Juno over here, how worried am I of, like, being invaded? Do I want some walls? Probably. Although you do have wheat, so we're actually going to get a water mill first and then follow it up with ancient walls. I think that's going to be an excellent idea. You're just going to chill there. You are going to be advancing towards that barbarian encampment, which is good. Turgid's got a link to the Venetian arsenal, but does it actually say? Receive a second naval unit each time you train a naval unit. So the text on the wiki is the same, but I mean, it doesn't say in the city or here, every time you train a thing here. So I'm kind of leaning towards the idea that it's global, in which case, wow, that's kind of sick. Is our final build here too, giving us an extra gypsum to trade away. Almost at 3-digit science. Amphitheater coming in there. So I think I could take Agra as is. I really do. And I'm not sure that there are any threats around. I'm going to move the crossbow into this city. And probably wait a turn. But I think we just start the war against India. What's India's total strength? 254. Mine's 546. Now, part of that could be, you know, from other things, and I don't have everything at this front. But I find it hard to believe that India's going to be able to get enough of a volume of troops through here to be threatening. We should be able to keep sort of plucking them off. And I should be able to take the city with the forces I've got now. I think I'll wait a turn so that this crossbow can fire on the elephant. Or, well, I guess it'd be firing on the city, so it's sort of a moot point here. Oh, this spearman, I'm going to go ahead. I know it's a little bit out of the way. No, I'll save that money. Oh, yes, let India finish Petra. Thank you. It's very important. I keep saying that. We have to let it finish the Petra. And it hasn't done it yet. Agra's production rates probably sucks. I mean, it does have a mine. Oh, he's announced me. Why would you denounce me? Something violence. I don't know what you're worried about there, Gandhi. So yes, we have to wait for him to finish this goddamn thing. Work faster, India. God. Really bad contractors, you know. Getting you to do this for me. I'm going to build an archaeological museum because I don't really have a setup to produce artwork right now, but at least if I do this, I could go and get a an archaeologist to roam around and do that. So we're going to keep working on that in Datalink. That's going to be okay. We're not halfway. We're not going to get an alliance with a civilization, I don't expect. You're just going to fortify up. And over here, you're going to move up by 1. And, oh, there's no one in the city. That's interesting. All right, so you're just going to sort of position yourself here on the high ground so you can kill Anakin Skywalker. Next turn. Start pushing out musketmen? Maybe. And city-state allies, yep. Reddit and Steam forum say Venetian Arsenal city civ-wide. Excellent. I did build it once. I've just forgotten. Or wasn't necessarily cognizant of what happened. Now, that's a marsh, so I can't move forward and shoot, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to shoot first and hope nothing spawns. Marshes, marshes, marshes. Always ruining my day. We're at 7 of 7. That's great. Spain is still doing I don't know what. Dry meat shield will probably start on a musket after this, actually. because we can build them, and these will automatically get the upgrade from spawning next to this, which will be lovely. So we're going to do that. V is global, but can't be built on lakes. I was thinking inland sea. Oh, it does have to be an actual coast tile, as opposed to just water tile or whatever. Yeah, that's probably likely. Still, it doesn't mean we don't have some options for building forward, and it would be handy. Okay, so that's one settler. We got 2 rivers. It seems like pretty obvious that we should indeed plop down on the river tiles. If we were to go, say, here, and I don't think it matters if I go here or here. This gets the extra crab. I guess I'll do this just to potentially stack more. Alright, so these 2 pins, this will get literally every resource here, which is nice. Over here we'll get a good number of resources plus the niter, and then we can put 1 city in the north somewhere. It won't have as much housing, but we could use it to fill in the gaps. These aren't luxury resources though, so they're not quite as critical. So I think we're going to send the first settler to the far side over here. Now, I just realized there is still potentially 1 barbarian ship buzzing around in there, isn't there? Yeah, could be. It's fine. Unescorted settlers. What could possibly go wrong? It's down the coast so I get a bit of vision. Actually, Germany's going around, and they've taken damage, so they've probably encountered the barbarians, and have probably cleared that out for us. So that should be okay. And weird no one colonized that island yet? I mean, there's a fair amount of land on this map for some reason. I don't know. Terracotta army has been built. We need some things. Just looking for those wonder... Toronto has been defeated. Has it been wiped off the fucking map? Notice India started to make a wall around the city with the Petra. Is the AI smart enough to interrupt its own work on a wonder to build walls when it feels threatened? And it's got them. When are you going to finish the goddamn Petra? Urgh. Oh, there's the barbarian ship. Yeah, that's fine. Vengeance for Toronto. And probably missed some tips. Yes! My bad. Let's check on that. Lemur! Thank you very much for the tip. Hey, Mr. Quill. My bottle of whiskey has magically disappeared. Thought you might have taken it. Let's go get some more. I know, it's so weird how, like, the bottle doesn't go away, but all the liquid, I think, evaporates. I think alcohol tends to evaporate very easily, because I'm always finding empty bottles of whiskey around the house, and I don't know how that happens. So I totally get your pain. Banji La Banjo. Thank you very much for the tip. Salut, Quill. Love from Paris. Oh, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. Hey, that's cool. Don't actually get a lot of French viewers. Not a huge demographic. Always makes me a little sad. Man, I gotta go back to France. It's been a long time since I've been to France. I think the last time was ages ago with Essentia. Like, what, 5 years ago we were there? Strasbourg and Paris. We had a great time. Gotta go back. Strasbourg, very nice, by the way. Orca Commander. Salt to injury. Use fort to steal Petra. Use Eureka for field guns and take Gandhi's cities with it. I don't know if you can steal wonders with the fort stuff, because I don't think you can take districts. Okay, oh, India's now at peace. So India was at war with Arabia. That might have been part of the reason they decided to build some walls. New Carnifex, we just got you to build the barracks. I think we're going to go and build an armory. And again, everything's going to be ready here to start being, to build the cores and stuff early on. So I want to go ahead and do that. I think that's going to be a very good thing for us. Your housing is still fine. That's the other thing I need to be a little cognizant of. You're going to hang out there just to give us a bit of vision. You've cleared that out. I'll get you to rest for now. That's our Daniel Dansku unit. And we'll get back to you. Did we ever rename these pikemen? No! We should do that! I'm going to look at the chat for a subscriber name now. Why me? Why me? You're probably going to suffer a horrible death with that name.